very, very late. Sorry. Sorry for being late. The signal is bad. Very, very bad. So let's have a coffee, guys. So bad. Speaking of coffee, I'm heating the water first. I forgot to open. Forgot to open. Hi Star, good morning. Hello guys. Morning everyone. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Hi Kevin, good morning to you Kevin Total. I'm waiting. I don't know how many minutes. It's still in a red light. Oh my God. It's still hitting. OMG. Wow, you can read from a long distance. You should be a done pilot assassin. I can read though. Yeah, even though my eyes had a problem with this, but sometimes it's blurry. Yeah, it's blurry. And I need totally the eyeglasses because yeah, sometimes I can't see properly, very blurry, especially very small letters. No, I can't read if I am too far. But if I go yeah. But 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 until now I'm still I can still see the messages. Well, let's hope today is better day. Yeah, yes, Kevin, better day. Yeah. So I just making TikTok, upload. That's it. No more. I said no more. So everybody had a better day. I hope. I'm waiting the water. Oh my God, Kevin? How are you today, Kevin? How are you today, Kevin? Did be strong, Kevin. Just um, be strong. Keep praying. I'll pray for your I sent if it was what happened. Mm. I'm going to to go FL Woods and I can't Kevin, I can't I didn't know about it because I am yesterday because I am talking to my cousin to help me to fix my live birth and my baptismal to get marriage live birth and the original. Kevin, be strong. Um, I know you're a tough guy. Be get well soon, Kevin. Get well soon. And keep safe always, Kevin. Um, Today is a red flag day. Red flag. Girl problem. She was asleep when you got home and message. Keep safe, Kevin, to get your prescription. And don't forget always to take your medicine. Take it in exact time. Now I have hot water. Coffee, coffee. Here in the Philippines, when you wake up, coffee. Coffee. Welcome everyone. Hey, hey, hey. I have to my eating habit. No more rice, not more fried food, no more grassy. Yeah, no more greasy food. Yeah, I know that, Kevin. You always know. By the way, what is? Oh my God, it's a kind of leaves. I forgot the name. The grandmother knows that leaves. it's ano heal, it can helps. You just clean, you just get that lips and clean it, and you just swallow on your mouth, and then the ano the juice of that, and then you throw after. I forgot. I'm going to ask the grandmother Kevin, and um I ano to FL Woods the what it is, and send it to you, and you can ano you can Google it, you can search that ano kind of leaves, maybe you have there where you at. It helps Kevin, promise. It's ano, it's a herbal. They put sugar. So how is everybody doing? Yeah, I stopped one day not doing live because I let myself ano um you know, sometimes I need to give ano for myself, time for myself also, to think to those what's happened. I can't imagine. I can't imagine about those kind of happening is. Now I tell myself, wake up from the reality. So my cousin is gonna fix my library and baptismal on Monday. I said, I hope you can go to ano. So I sent the library form request to a civil registrar to in Nabuyog Leyte. So I tell my cousin, you go to the civil to the registrar office, civil, yeah, and then church. After church, if you can't do it in civil registrar, you can go to an attorney, power of attorney, you know. And she said there's a nearest attorney there by the school where my son's school, ano, school where my son's going to school this coming school year, this coming. So I don't know. By the way, we forgive and forget. I hope. I hope. I'm sure with ano. I'm sure with forgive, but forget. I don't know to others, but me no more. Everything is okay. Hi, Kenny and Sobik. Mrs. Hammy, hello. Hello, guys. So it's just true the restraining order was granted against Frank. Oh my God, very funny about that. It's denied. Denied about him uh, sending letters and denied. I took a picture the college graduate handwriting. So college graduate handwriting and high school graduate handwriting is very big difference. I don't see an update in the court documents.
The 19th.
Not until the 19th, ano, Mrs. Abby. Does it show in, uh, yes, it is. It was granted on the 7th. Hello, my Filipinators DQ.
I think he got a real quick temporary until he goes to court.
Maybe the tenant is giving the documents because I don't see the against Frank law on the court website. Does it show in the website? Maybe I missed it.
I would say
Frank order was
let's see.
denied. The tenants he not went to court yet. the the denied no words on that
Oh,
paper.
okay,
I'm so
communication.
very funny. He doesn't have my Philippine Enters DQ said he doesn't have to keep distance, just refrain from communication and give up any guns.
Yeah, Hemi,
Thought the
whatever
hearing was the
documents are out
19th.
there are all public and they can be retrieved from the courts, from the case.
Wait, I'll be right back, guys.
TQ, is that 425,000 or pesos or dollar? Yeah, 425. No, that can't be dollars or pesos. Well, there, if that's true, then there goes that sale. If it's true that he's got the condition, you got to rent out the room. There goes that deal. Jeez. I would imagine the ad would have to include both of them since he's not going anywhere very soon. TQ, is that dollars or pesos? Maybe pesos, but not dollars. Oh.
That house is not worth 400,000.
I think as of the 9th or 10th, they hadn't paid rent.
Correction. He wants 450K for sale or 1,700 rent per month. What?
Oh, come on, phone. Why won't?
Okay, so I bet the tenant stopped paying rent and Frank is fuming. They will squat 6 months minimum and Frank will spend an arm and leg in legal fees and also not rent coming in. Bye, Kilda. Here's the ad, ayan. So my Philippine interest DQ send the link. So visit that link.
450K, that damn thing. Jesus, he won't sell it, not because of Al having to live there, but because the freaking thing's only valued at what, 200K or a little over?
He's so
Shit.
So this is make it or break it for him on going back to the Philippines. Better hope he can find a buyer or renter and not get blacklisted. Lord knows people on working on that. Laughing by us of selling the house so the new buyer can rent it out to him.
It's only appraised for like 220, isn't it, DQ?
His bank loan was 170,000. Six pot hunter. Poor six pot hunter. Other houses in that price range in the immediate vicinity
I thought
are
it was only
clean,
appraised for
modern,
like
far
220 or
better.
225,000.
In a stream, he claimed it's worth 625K.
That's funny. I gotta go back and look at the tax record or whatever.
Oh my God, D.
Maybe it's time that if somebody, I might try it later, go on Zillow and get a comparison of houses in the area.
Even if he does sell it, he's gotta evict the current tenants, and I bet they will squat for 6 months and cause Frank to go broke before that happens. Did he ever have it formally appraised? Yeah, I know on the tax record it's valued 200K something. Average eviction takes over 3 months with COVID figure minimum 6 months. He is wishful thinking 655,000. Oh my God! That's, very assuming.
That is funny.
Assuming.
625K.
You are assuming. He's just lying about the 625K because he's so insecure about his home ownership situation. Oh yeah, my Filipino tourist DQ. Oh my goodness.
So at this point in time, as long as the tenants are there, they're going to refuse even the little guy to get into the house. I don't think they're going to get realtors let realtors in and show the house.
Housing prices have gone up. He always tries to make things sounds better than the reality. Yeah, trying hard.
Yeah. It's
From
supposed to be a good
Kent-
market in the Philippines right now, but a lot of that too is location, location, location.
I look on Zillow, Zillow now. Yep, for 450K on. Oh my good lie. Guys, don't forget your likes, Charot.
Well, even if he ever finds an interesting buyer, the realtor's best bet is not let them ever meet or talk to the little guy, or he'll blow that deal. That's funny.
For 450K in that same exact area, you can get far better.
I don't
He's
know.
either desperate or throwing up a Hail Mary.
450K and you get Al in the bargain. What a deal.
He
Ah,
could get 450K because it's a double.
but legally, Hemi is not a duplex. That's a single family zoned area.
Hi Darren, good morning. Morning.
That's not a duplex, Hemi.
Coffee, let's have a coffee.
That's not a legal
If it
duplex.
was only one house, then it would be 200K, but the government appraisal doesn't know he has a duplex. Duplex. Kind of a duplex, more like house with a maid's quarters. I saw the whole house. So the tenant is living in the big, while
The
him,
two-bedroom, yeah.
the owner is in the side of the
Yeah, it's
house.
a one room. It's
And it is the side, and it's the closet.
yeah. It's listed as a garage, and it was a garage when it was remodeled. And yeah, it's not illegal to convert a garage into a living quarter, but it's illegal to rent it out as a second unit.
For one, aray ko, my God, my ano is very
I
hurt.
think there's even stricter regulations renting out using Al's what is it, Section 8 he's got for assistance for rent paid for him, and then the little guy living there too.
I think 300K something. He has a shot at. But with the requirement of another guy living in it, good luck.
If it is a government-assisted housing for Al, then there was quite a bit of paperwork for it to have gone through legally, and the little fella being the landlord.
Very funny when we read his statement in the paper. My God! Also lies. You know, instead of these people that he, like for example, the neighbor that he shouting him, pointing a shovel. He flipped the story that the neighbor is attack him, something like that. He just flipped the story. All lies. I said, my God, even in that statement, lies also. Of course, the court didn't accept it. It's denied. So it's denied. Denied.
Well, Hemi, it'd be interesting to see what comparison sales have gone for in the area.
But
That
no,
has a lot to do
I
with how much the house is
can't
worth.
blame him for trying.
But still, DQ, that
Check
one,
out the
letter
ad.
that he sent
That's a
the
requirement.
tenants, that one letter he sent the tenants, he didn't really come out and call them liars or that it's factual he can legally rent. He more or less ranted on them about being ungodly people and reprehensible for reporting them for renting out a Section 8 house illegally, but he never really denied it. That's why if it's a duplex, if it was a legal duplex, it would have to have a separate electric meter, and it doesn't. That's why he pays the electric bill, because it's only 1 meter for the house. And it was funny, DQ, in the lease agreement, it states that he pays, the rent pays for electricity and internet, and it's in the contract, but then the little guy threatens that you're gonna lose your internet, I'm gonna cut it off if you don't pay rent.
God, I hate this.
Now, I don't believe they can legally rent that room out. Even if they could rent that room out legally, and Al's in there on a Section 8, then there's a lot of requirements that goes into renting a house or anything on a Section 8.
If there's someone to, if for example, if there's someone to buy that house and saying that no one can rent here, we all use the whole house.
Well, Hemi, I mean, in the case of a little guy, and it could work for a lot of other people, to have a house in the U.S. you're renting out for $1,600 or $1,500 a month, and you live in the Philippines for $200 a month. Yeah, it works out pretty good, and all that money is going to pay for the mortgage. Somebody else is buying that house for you.
Yeah, Al is getting country assistance. Single family homes are terrible. Earners
And
as
I think
landlord.
DQ, I think it was the little guy that mentioned that Al's on Section 8. And there's a lot of hoops and hurdles for a landlord to jump through to qualify their unit for a Section 8 housing. It's really suspicious, I would imagine, when a Section 8 recipient is paying rent to his brother.
I think once a buyer gets tipped off, it's an illegal topics now.
Well, that's
The
what the
buyer will
tenants
agree.
did. They reported it to the authorities. They reported it to the housing authority, to the Hawaii Housing Authority, however that works, welfare. Well, they would not only have to tell him, they'd have to tell the any prospective buyer.
Do you wanna believe? My God.
Well, yeah, that's the new owner. I was talking about the little guy. He supposedly raised the rent from 15 to 1650 January 1st.
Good luck to any possible future renters. No doubt someone will always be finding them and informing them about the reprehensible owner.
Imagine if any
Yeah,
possible.
you're right, Ado. You're true, my Philippine interest DQ.
And that's a DQ. Now, is that ad just on Craigslist, or I wonder if anybody could find it on Realtor, if it's a multiple listing by any kind of any establishment out there.
Lots of people quickly found out who his tenants were. I
No, he gave them the 40. Actually, the 45 days notice came June 28th, I think. So they still got the. Isn't that true, DQ? Doesn't he show the claim the eviction? He did the eviction on email, and it was, I believe, June 28th. Isn't that true? Isn't that right, DQ? Which means they got till mid-August. As late as July 9th, he was pissing and moaning about not getting the rent. I think I might look later. There's if it's not Zillow, there's other places where you can even go into like some of the realty companies there and do a house search, a comparison, fair market comparison on houses that sold in the area and how much. But as of June 9th in his emails, he was still pissing and moaning that he was waiting for his rent. Oh, I don't think the little fellow's too worried about what somebody else's mortgage would be. He was only concerned about his.
I'm gonna believe.
Well, if it's which it probably is, if it's illegal for that room to be rented out, at least on a housing subsidy, nobody's going to buy the house and agree to those conditions, because then they're the ones going to be responsible for illegally renting the room out. They could, just to piss them off. For some reason I can't click on the link on my phone. I have to go on the computer. Does it show any interior pictures? I'm trying to get to it. For some reason I can't link.
So the very funny now on me is he is become a boastful showing his own house and now it's gonna be gone. Funny.
You're right, Hemi, and no way Gilda will be able to recover from that.
Much better
Okay.
to rent a house so very clear at the end. It's not yours, but while you know,
Of course,
you
Dorothy,
have
got to
your
be
house, but you
pictures
gotta
when he
be
lived there.
gone in it. Sorry, almost 10 grand, LOL. Frank will be out of 10 grand he was expecting.
We went through, my ex and I went through that, oh shit, it's been about 8, 9 years ago now. And it was kind of a nice double wide. It was a double wide on 2 acres. And we sold it owner seller because it didn't have a full foundation like required in Tennessee to sell new. But yeah, we got a couple in there and they had 2 kids. We felt sorry for them. They were all deaf or close to deaf, and they destroyed the house. I mean, they destroyed it. It was a double wide, had like a central wall between the kitchen and living room. They ripped that out. For whatever reasons, they took the vanity out of the master bathroom, sold it, destroyed the hallway the hallway bathroom. For whatever reasons, they took out the sink, toilet, and shower, so it was just like a closet. Oh, it was trashed. Yeah, wasn't it what 2013 and 16? Yeah. And it looks like even when he was living in the big part of the house, he was renting out the little part.
I'm gonna believe.
No, just ATM cards. Well, if he had credit cards during the time of the cases for the mortgage, then he can probably still have his cards. Probably just couldn't get new ones.
But I'm not sure if he's getting credit cards back to rebuild his credit.
He should be doing good. Remember, he's putting what $1,000 a month away in savings, so he's doing
I
good.
thought there's a million.
What?
Him, he has a million.
No, well, yeah, he's got something like that, pesos in the bank, he told me, but he claims he's putting like $1,000 away a month in savings because his income's so good.
He must be going nuts right now, wanting to do an exclusive brand, but he can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christ.
oh.
Poor Alan Rowdy. And this has been going on since what, DQ? Since January, February this has been going on? It didn't just start like 2 weeks ago with a restraining order request?
Check your FB chat. I sent you something.
No, he was trying to get him back out in February.
You sent.
Okay. Yeah, he was trying to get them out in February. At the same time, putting up a for rent in Craigslist for the house, and then at the same time, putting on Craigslist, trashing the tenants, don't rent to them because they're deadbeats, and then politely asking them to leave. So I think their revenge will last as long as they can make it. Yeah, he was always complaining about the no money in the ATM, in the one ATM in town. It's a pretty bad idea here in DQ in the Philippines using an ATM. A lot of people do it. I quit, God, it's been 3 years now. When I got scammed over a 1 month period, I got scammed out of my account for $1,200. So I got it back, but it took a while. It took nearly a year and a half to get it back. But a lot of scams here. Here, especially in the Philippines, ATM issues are, one, if you go to a standalone ATM and something happens and it eats your card, it can take you weeks to get it back. Even if the ATM machine is right outside the bank door, it does not mean the bank has any access to your card or anything like that. They can, that's about it. They can also, you go to an ATM here in the Philippines, and there might be one or two guys in front of you, and the person in front of you isn't doing just one transaction. They're actually a money lender, and it's payday, and he's got like 25 transactions to get the payments for all of his loans that he's given out. So you can sit there for an hour and a half.
Did you see Kevin message?
Not here in the Philippines, buddy. No way. No freaking way.
Lee, you send free bird. Kevin total message on your messenger.
I haven't gone there yet. Also, Kevin, Hemi, you come here and really often you go to the ATM and sorry, not in service. Sorry, no connection. I used to try, when I was doing ATM, I'd go to the Metro Bank in downtown Tagbilaran, and you could be there at 9 in the morning, and sorry, no money, and you gotta wait till noon before the money shows up, and then another hour and a half before they put the money in the machine. And the issue I had, and it wasn't the bank, what was happening, and I didn't know it, and it wasn't showing up. I transfer Western Union, there's no problem at all. It cost me $10 to transfer $1,000 at a time. Not a problem. But what the ATM would happen is I do a $200 withdrawal, which is the most you can do at one time, in one day, per day is $200. And I'd have to do like 4 or 5 days in a row just to get money for rent and utilities. And what was happening is simultaneously when I would do a $200 withdrawal, there would be an identical $200 withdrawal. And nobody knew where the money went. It didn't show up. It didn't show up as on a receipt. It didn't even show up as a transaction on my statement. And what had happened is I had at the time I think had like roughly $3,000 or $4,000 in my checking, so I didn't even bother about the looking at the balance. And towards the end of the month, when I'm thinking I've got like $1,500, I do like a $200 withdrawal, and sorry, insufficient funds. And I go there to find out I had like $20 or whatever. So I had to get hold of my bank, long distance, talking to the U.S., to find out that there were these there was a total of 6 duplicate $200 withdrawals at the same time, not the withdrawals and the fees. So yeah, then it took a big investigation, and I couldn't really deal with it till I got back to the U.S. I had to actually walk in physically to my bank account.
Wow, Mrs. Hemi. And Bitcoin, PayPal, Cash App, etc.
Well,
Oh, there you go, Bitcoin.
well, that's good. Not all of us have 4 bank accounts. Remember, I'm a poor simp. I only get $800 a month, or so they say.
Poor simp and low class together. Raiko. If you're living overseas, you need multiple backups.
I don't know. You go on some of the sites like Americans in the Philippines, and you'll see how many are having such a pain in the friggin' ass dealing between U.S. banks and trying to transfer to Philippine banks, or even having a Philippine bank account is just a pain in the frickin' ass. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Offline, they don't have the money. There's a money lender doing 25 transactions in front of you. And again, there's that skimming that went on in our case. In our case, my case, it wasn't the banks, but we think that it was the company, what do they call it, Sun transfer, it's the company that electronically transfers the money from one bank to another, and they think that's where it got skimmed. But it took a really diligent a bank manager in the U.S. to fight with the investigators, with the bank investigators, saying, well, we don't see anything wrong, we don't see anything wrong. Well, legally, you can't, I don't know if you can even do electronically, take more than $200 out of an ATM in the Philippines in a day. But I was getting like 400 taken out. It was a nightmare. I gotta check the water. You know, everybody does it their way, and for me, Henry, and it works for a lot of people. Maybe it's not Western Union. If I just transfer straight out of the U.S. bank account.
He goes to get off the water and it's I also did that in Thailand. I did for 10,000 baht transaction. So, what withdrawal? A thousand USD roughly in one ATM. You're talking, go outside. They can't hear you.
Yeah, but again, here, Hemi, you can only do $200 at one time, and I know everybody has their own way, but and maybe not even Western Union, but I'm just as happy. I'm fine with just transferring. I sit here at the house, transfer the usually 1,000 at a time to. I don't use a Western Union branch, or I use what's called USSC. They do other things. They do Western Union transfers. They also do, I don't know, you can pay bills, whatnot there. But I go through them because even the Western Union offices can be a hassle here. But I do the transfer, get on my motorcycle, go down to the closest branch, and usually within 3 minutes I walk out. I make one signature on the kiosk, and here we go, Mr. Ledgeway, and out I go. But banks can be a hassle. Western Union can be a hassle.
The line. A long line in the bank.
Yeah. Oh, the frickin'. Oh God, the banks here. When we're paying rent, I know the bank I send Ruby in. Well, it's not the bank that determines the $200. It's the Philippine government. They say no more than 200. Not for ATM withdrawals. $200 a day. And again, my ATM withdrawal is coming from a U.S. bank.
Here in the Philippines, too many people is using ATM. ATM.
Well, then, Hemi, if you're absolutely right that you can do 1,000, then it's and even if it's just my bank that only allows 200, then that's just the way it is. And no, at least here in the Philippines, it was per day. It wasn't per transaction, it was per day. I've been living here 4 years minus 2 months back in the U.S. I have a little idea as to what the ATMs are. And another reason not to use the ATMs here is again, you have any kind of an issue. All right, the very last transaction I ever did in a ATM, I was at the Metro Bank and we had just caught on, and my ex-wife was on the phone when I was doing the transaction to see what was going to happen. And I went through the whole ring, but hello, enter your card, remove your card, the withdrawal, are you sure, blah, 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 $200 US. And I hit send or okay, and what happened was the machine, the ATM went right back to the hello, welcome to whatever it was bank, and no cash, no withdrawal, nothing came out of the machine, no receipt, no money. And instantly, within a matter of seconds, my ex-wife is in the U.S. on my account, and ding, there's $200 withdrawn. So I go into the bank, and right away, it was, well, we need a receipt. I can get a receipt. Well, and they give me a little tiny piece of paper, a little bigger than a postage stamp. They said, here, fill this out and send it to the company. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, that's exactly what happened to us, except my ex-wife was on the phone at the moment it happened. So I think that was the sixth transaction that had to be go to the bank for.
I had 3 times here at the ATM say, sorry, can't complete your transaction. Only to go back home to find the money was taken out. Sorry, I mean it would be 50k pesos, 1000 USD.
It actually
Next,
took, for my bank, my manager, the investigators kept coming back saying, no, 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 we don't see anything wrong, we don't see anything wrong. And then it was her constant going to them, yes, that they could only take out 200 a day, and it's showing 400. And then coincidentally, there was a 60-minute article or expose about the skimming that was going on in the Philippines by taking the money out before the money reached the piggyback transaction before the money reached the ATM machine.
the Philippines banking system, I think, was much worse a few years ago. I think it's gotten better lately.
I gotta get completely out of the. Oh, my phone screws up. Let's try it again. Back in YouTube.
So Mrs. Sammy said, I remember Frank saying he got hit. He got hit?
I gotta go to the computer. It screws up. I can't get back to chat. I can't get back to the chat.
Must be the ano.
I don't know why it does that. But usually if I go out completely out of YouTube and go back in, it works, but not this time. See, this is all I get.
Los Angeles just re-added a mask mandate mandatory.
Yeah, that's happening in a lot of countries, going back to lockdowns.
My God. We're praying to let this end, but my goodness. My, oh my, oh my.
And I think several countries now, the new variant is the hospitals are getting as many patients as they had at the peak of the pandemic. They're all filling up the hospital rooms again.
my goodness, Mrs. Sammy. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's, yeah, what's Thailand? All right.
Hi, Brett. Kuya Brett.
I think there's some cities in the US
Welcome.
now which are going out of control again. Welcome to the new normal.
Malaysia is also hard lockdown. Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam are having their worst
Yeah.
outbreak.
And
Philippines
they're
could
blaming it
be
all
next.
on the unvaccinated. It's all their fault.
Oh my goodness. I hope it's not happening here in the Philippines. Philippines hasn't
Oh yeah,
had
we got it.
Delta
It's
yet.
here.
Delta, the
Yeah, it's here.
666?
It's here. That's
D?
why. That's why they did the. We went back. A lot of places went back to the modified quarantine.
If Philippines gets Delta, it's game over. It will
It's
be
already
three
here.
times worse. Oh my goodness. Hope not. The Delta D, the 666 sign.
That's why they did the. They raised the quarantine to modified.
The 666 sign.
That's something different, but yeah.
Philippines has been lucky cause only Alpha so far. You guys have no Delta. Here in the Philippines, they are reporting 3,000 to 5,000 new cases a day. My goodness.
And what in the U.S.
It's
now they're saying
happening.
half the new cases a day are Delta. Yeah, but when they changed the quarantine to modified in a lot of areas here, I think there are only about 60 Delta cases in the country.
Oh my, oh my. Do you wanna say goodbye? Tell me you and I. Looks like Philippines may open to tourism soon. Sana all.
I don't think so. I don't
Sana
think
all.
so.
Sana all, Mrs. Happy.
The government calls the Philippines a low-risk country, but it treats the locals like high risk. You're wrong. I'll bet you. I'll bet you one of your bank accounts that ain't gonna happen. And even if it does, the U.S. won't be on that list. That'll be a very short list.
Boracay.
Boracay.
Like they are doing in Thailand. It's working fine in Thailand. All I know is someone should read out to Bigan. Ay ko.
Well, right now they've lowered the quarantine to 1 week in Manila. That's that green line, that green lane. I know there's been kind of an ongoing fight between the mayor of Cebu and the government because Cebu is trying to do it differently. caretake in the morning one day said, okay, no more masks in outdoor areas, and then by the afternoon was saying still mandatory masks everywhere. So,
especially hospitals. Even my son, his graduation, they were masked. And only one person they bring with them to.
yeah, CDO and all of the areas, especially the I don't know about north of Luzon, but area, Cebu area, but here in Mindanao, the areas that are still in modified quarantine will be for the rest of the month, at least till July 30th, 31st. Well, right now, even with that that green line, what is it? You can only come from a country on the list. Remember, on the list, most of Europe and the U.S. is not on that list. You must have lived in that country for, I think it's at least 60 days before you fly to the Philippines. And the U.S. is not on that list. The U.S. cannot fly in.
Boracay is different though. It's an island, so easy for them to do a sandbox.
And still at this point in time, until they reinstate the tourist visa, which doesn't seem likely, unless you're married to a Filipina or you have a retirement visa, you're not coming into the Philippines. Period. End of story. I think they've even canceled out the investor, the business type.
So if my live birth and baptismal get fixed, dun 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 dun. Last night when I was coming back from the hospital, we got stopped at the checkpoint. Oh no, had to prove why I was out after curfew. Ah, yeah, yeah.
If something were to happen like that, Hemi, and for Boracay, then that would be Boracay only. Even if you could come in, you couldn't leave Boracay. And if you could, it would depend on where you wanted to go, because every quarantine protocol is literally barangay by barangay. One barangay can say, sure, come on in. The other barangay can say, no, close, can't come in unless you live here. So all of the local requirements are set up by the local governments. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, because at this point in time, there's no such thing as a tourist visa.
So
And
you,
unless you've got a long vacation, you're going to be spending a lot of
so
time in quarantine.
Kevin, you shown the by the checkpoint your you know the papers from the hospital. It's a very proven that you came from the hospital. Yeah, every checkpoint is asking wherever even you are going out or coming in from that where you live, they're gonna ask you, especially if you're going to other places. If you really want to huh? The average tourist want. I had to report to my barangay when I got back last night and show them my hospital report. Yeah, hospital report. Yeah, because if you came out from the hospital, they're gonna give you a release paper that you done in a hospital, and yeah,
I mean, they've lightened up a little bit
if you
here,
can,
in the fact that you no longer need, you got to have your bronchi pass already. You've got
yeah,
to have your QR code. You've got
yeah,
to have your ID. You've got to have your shield. You've got to have your mask. But they've already lightened up where you don't have to go through the hassle of getting a travel permit, which meant you had to go to your barangay, get a request for a travel permit. Then you had to go to the police, get their request for a travel permit. Then you had to go to the hospital for a medical. get that done. Then you had to take it back to the police to get a travel pass.
My God, Mrs. Eme. Philippine wants to do what Thailand did. Oh my goodness. We don't need Boracay.
Right now, the Philippines government really doesn't give squat about the tourists. Go fly to Boracay.
You fly to Boracay, oh my goodness.
I'll tell you what, when that time comes, why don't you, I'll meet you in Boracay. We'll go together. I'll meet you there. We'll meet at the airport.
Ah, don't
We'll
hint.
go out.
Don't hint, women. Yeah, I think Philippines doesn't really care about tourism.
You go, I mean, the biggest area I know of tourism was Alona Beach on Panglao. And it's a desert now.
It's low priority.
It's a Tanan resort, 5-star resort. It's nothing but three guards watching the place and 4 slimy green swimming pools, where there used to be $200 a night for 200 different rooms. Well, no, it's been that way for a long time. There's been no reason not to let tourists in, whether they had to go through some kind of a quarantine. I mean, shit, you can come in with, it doesn't matter. You come in with a vaccine, it doesn't matter. You're still going to do the quarantine. Well, then if Thailand's on a big lockdown, then did they stop tourists? If they've gone back to a lockdown now? No, it does. You're right. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. In my little part of the world, it doesn't make any sense why I can get on an overcrowded jeepney like usual, or I can ride 5 on a motorcycle through the local checkpoint, but I can't ride my bicycle through the checkpoint. Riddle me that, Batman. You know, Hemi, I think I talked about it before. Just so screwed up. Even where we have the quarantine, going to the mall now, again, you have to have your QR, you have to have your ID, you have to have your mask, you have to have ID. You have to have your shield. But depending on the guard, you can walk in one day and one guard demands all of that. You go in the next day to the mall. The last time when I went in with Ruby, we only have one barangay pass, so she had it in case I couldn't get in, and being the Kano, I would play stupid if they asked. I went in, my shield was up, my mask was down, and I showed the guy the QR, the ID, and then he goes, okay, barangay pass. I go, oh no, I left it home. And he goes, okay, next time, and he lets me through. Oh, you're right, Hemi. And as strict as they had it already, how did the Delta get here? If all the people, even the OFWs that came in had to be quarantined, and everybody could not get out of the hotel rooms, how did the Delta? Well, it's behind some of the places, but it's still here and it's spreading rapidly. I mean, isn't that the whole idea? I thought, like in the U.S., the first Delta case was in Colorado. Now look at it.
Kevin said, I know in Indonesia it is still closed.
Yeah.
My ex-captain owns a resort there and they are operating on a skeleton crew. No tourist has been there in almost 500 days.
Well, no, it doesn't, Kevin, but at the same time, there's a lot of the cities now that are kind of going back to requiring masks, and this one step away from the quarantine. Well, they never even really had quarantine here. They never really had it.
So they avoid Delta.
We didn't avoid, the Delta's here. And isn't the whole thing that once Delta hit, it spreads like wildfire?
I heard Delta. Here.
Huh?
I hear Delta here in
Delta
Alberta.
is here. That's why they
Yeah.
up the quarantine in
Yeah.
some areas.
Yeah, that's why we are locked down again. That's the reason. So no one can have a permanent
Oh, shit, Hemi.
businesses
Okay,
here.
I'm not gonna debate. That's bullshit, Hemi.
That's
That's
what I've been
bullshit.
saying. There is no delta.
Bullshit. The Delta is here.
Yeah, in Philippines. That's why we are locked down again, Mrs. Hemi. And now, my,
I'll go see what the Delta count is today in the Philippines.
well, that was the start of COVID when the resorts were totally closed. Yeah, yes, Tork. Um,
Hemi, we study what's going on here because we live here.
right now here in the in Philippines, only senior had a vaccination first.
No, there were a lot of young people.
But others, some others are got their vaccines even they are in the young ages. They got their vaccine, but here where we live is only, and the other in Leyte also. They said also that no, it's just senior first, like that. Senior citizens had the first vaccination. On same of my ages, nothing yet. All the Delta has been caught in quarantine. They are banning countries because they don't want Delta coming in. But it's not in the community yet in Philippines. Or much better search here in Philippines if there's a Delta or not, you know. They can only stop it so long, but eventually will get in. Everybody believes. They can only stop it so long, but eventually will get in. Must be FL is searching the about that Delta thing here in the Philippines. In a computer. Like the stream, everyone. Thank you for your breath. Thank you so much.
The last I'm seeing on the computer is 19 confirmed Delta cases.
Mm. A health official on Thursday said there is no local case of the highly transmissible coronavirus Delta variant in the country. I heard that Delta virus, some people here in Philippines, I heard something like that. Oh, it's gonna be worse because of this Delta thing. Oh my God. A fiction lover. Hey, Delta Pomar. Sana all. I am J. Hey, world, 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 world. What a world. Only people making mess. Only people making mess. Embrace Delta Ruby. It wants to be your friend.
Embrace what?
My friend is working in Delta factory.
My friend's a Delta pilot.
Yes, coronavirus is my friend. And the Delta. And there's more Delta.
I would have to agree with them. I mean, they just keep talking about the Delta, but isn't Delta
Who
like the
is,
fifth variant
who is
out there? There's
saying
like four or
now
five other variants.
there could be variants in future worse than Delta? Oh my God.
Well, I'm one of those skeptics, Hemi, and I have to wonder if supposedly the variant, Delta variant, is so well controlled at the entry ports of the Philippines. Why did they go to a modified lockdown due to the variant?
Who knows what the future holds?
I,
For example, let's put this in, there's a news like saying that, oh, there's big typhoon is coming. You know what my answer? I don't want to wait that typhoon. Let's, you know, why we need to wait that typhoon?
it seemed to be
Instead of praying, not waiting.
it seemed to be kind of coincidental when the news reports were saying that so many people don't want to take the vaccine or refusing that all of a sudden there's a new variant that you better take the vaccine.
Keep safe, Kevin. Take
And
care.
so what's going to happen
Thank
the next
you.
time we're at a place in time where still more people don't want the vaccine and the Delta hasn't scared them into doing
It's
it.
hard to say if something a lot worse could come.
And even here in the Philippines,
I
the
hope
government's sending
not.
out literature online saying that all of the vaccines are 100% effective. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what they're doing here. I got my vaccine 2 days ago, my first shot. That was a 4.5 hour nightmare. Yeah.
If if I got my if for example there's a vaccine on my Aegis, I can have mine vaccine so that Everybody's okay now. My goodness. Yeah, I'm saying no. I don't like vaccine. I don't like vaccine. But if it's the good for everybody, I can do it also. I can have mine.
Well, Hemi, I'm one of those tin hats conspiracy theorists, and I don't. I think things are going exactly as planned. That we're never going to see the normal we used to have. That's not the object. That's not the objective. That's not the objective of Agenda 2023. Oh, we got water. Our water tanks are full. Woo-hoo.
Yay, happy camper. From now on, I'm hoping everybody is have a peaceful mind. Peaceful mind. If you let go everything is okay. No need to bring the bad happenings forever. Let it go, let it go. Don't let yourself bothered anymore. Let it go. This is life. Welcome to the world.
No, no, Hemi. The plan is not to ever let it go away. Like I said, I'll be the first to admit I'm a conspiracy theorist, and they don't want it to go away. Whether it was by exact design or just an opportunity, this COVID set a lot of things in motion quicker than maybe the people that wanted it had hoped for. Yeah. Well, most of the politicians are nothing but pawns, nothing but useful idiots. You know, it was a number of years ago when one of the top people in the New World Order made it clear that the last hurdle to installing their plans around the world was the United States. Now look at it. You know, what's happening with COVID has nothing to do with the countries. What's happening with in the U.S. has nothing to do with U.S. politicians.
You know who's the lucky country now?
Philippines.
No.
It is. Honestly, I think the Philippines is one of the luckiest countries right now. What do you think?
I'm thinking for the business, China.
Is it the worst?
China has the best business like a product, they sell a lot here in the Philippines. They can bring products here, especially mask, shield, what else? And here in Cagayan, lots of Chinese store. Lots
Oh
of
yeah.
Chinese store. Everywhere I go, oh my goodness,
China's
China,
everywhere.
China.
And gonna get even bigger and bolder.
Here in when I go market, my God, they are both Chinese store. Their building is the same. No, they are here Chinese store, and then there's Chinese store, and when you go forward ahead, there's another more. Unitap is a Unitap. There's a Chinese product there also. Uh, a caking, a bunch of store. Even I go get inside the market by the fish and meat section. When you go out, Chinese, Chinese, Chinese. Oh my good lie. Yes, China will rename in the Great Wall of Ruby. In the Great Wall of Ruby.
We're really lucky here, you know, it's, no matter how bad a lot of places get, the nice thing here is everything you eat,
Yeah.
is either walking, swimming, or flying, or crawling 1 or 2 days before you eat it.
But the luckiest, ano here, I don't know, I can tell there's no lucky. You know who's lucky? The people who doesn't believe in ano. Bugot. Jokes. Jack Thompson, heart heart. Thank you. Welcome, Jack. Even my phone, Chinese. And lots of cell phone also made from China. They are selling in ano every time I'm oh no, my helper, we're looking phone for her. My goodness. A lots made from China. Made from China, and there's in the marketplace in Facebook. I'm looking cell phones and they are bunch, and when I ask question, is this like that? And the answer of these people, I- the way they talk is looks like Chinese. You can tell if it's Chinese, the way they talk.
Well,
Mom, buy this
every
meat
Chinese,
in like that.
every Chinese tool I bought here in the Philippines has ended up in the garbage. The last item we basically threw away was our blender, which we got one use out of.
Yeah, the
and it broke.
blender, very useless.
But a lot of countries for Chinese imports, you know, they do have a standard, a minimum standard of quality for each item, but the Philippines does not. The Philippines receives the shit that China can't sell anywhere else in the world. Oh shit, she had to go see our emergency. Yeah, they're supposed to be good phones, the Howies, but apparently their issues are not the quality of their phones. Let me see. Where did she take it? Oh, over there. Anyway. So not that anybody really cares, but had a rough night with our youngest dachshund. He's not feeling good. So I think I was up about 10 times last night with him, kind of throwing up or dry heaves and sleeping. And so one of those little home things you deal with. So prayers for our little wiener dog. Yes, I'm not going to do a Frankie rant. I'm going to take him to the vet. Probably should leave here pretty soon. So what's the weather like in the rest of the world? It's raining and rained all night here. And global change does not seem to have hit the Philippines as much as other parts of the world.
I'm gonna believe. I do like Huawei phone. Great bargain and they work great. Ano, Stork, speaking of Huawei, my phone is Huawei. I have Huawei phone. I like my Huawei phone. I love it. Any audience members here from Death Valley? My phone is Huawei. I want to create my own variant and become famous.
Well, if your,
The happy.
if your phone is a Huawei, if your phone is a what?
My phone is Huawei.
Okay, then that's a testament to how good and tough they are. For
Very,
how often
very tough, yeah.
it's being used 22 hours a day.
Yeah.
Links has thrown it and dropped it and stepped on it 1,000 times.
Yeah, my phone, how many times is dropped in the floor, and how many times I throw my phone. Every time if I'm angry, I throw my phone. Still good. Only Huawei can withstand Ruby. And how many times I dropped it. And how many hours I plug it and remove from charger and plug it again and plug it in, and while playing games, still okay. Some other phone, they get destroyed if you're charging it and play on it while charging. Same here, Ruby. Typing on a Huawei as we speak. Our battery can use it constantly if I want, don't have to think about changing it. Yeah, yes, Stork. Yeah, even my this one, my phone, charging it and using while charging, it it's still very good, very good. I like the camera because there's some other cell phone. If you take a look, the camera very very bad. But this one, my phone is I like it. For and in TikTok, easy me to have a new filter a new filter discovered from TikTok I received very quick. A phone's durability should be tested in factory using the Ruby standard. Sana all. Yes, Mrs. Sammy. Ruby standard phone is good quality of camera, good quality of battery. My phone Huawei is you can open the box to get by the battery. Where is the battery? The cover on the back. You can take it off easily. Very hard. Only I never take off my You can open it. It's very sealed. I said, how to open this? I wanna check the battery. No, you can't open it. You can open it if only can open this one is the where you buy the cell phone, and they have for fixing a phone. You can get there and only them can open your phone. But me very hard, it's very sealed. I never seen the battery of my phone. Never ever ever. Durable too, yep. Yeah. Pila pila nimong CP Ruby. Pila nimong CP. How much I buy this Stork? You mean? Expat apprentice. Hi all, China spying on you Huawei users. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Ruby, did you ever do stand-up comedy? What's that, Messy Sammy? Hi, Freebird. Oh my. I'm running late today. Why you're late, Freebird? Yes, how much? Stork, speaking of how much my phone is, we buy this, because when I'm looking phone for my helper, they said when I asked the stores that you have a Huawei phone cost 4,000 like that. They said, no more na ma'am, it's gone, no, out of stock. We don't have any more like that. So it means the Huawei now is into five. The lowest price is the 5,000, and then it's going up na. So no 4,000. If you can buy 4,000 like that, this it's not a Huawei, a different phone. Mine is 4,000 plus. So we cost 6,000. No, we cost almost 6,000 because of my charger, uh the this one, the what's called of this, the tempered glass and the cover of my phone. Yes, 4,000 plus torque. I bought it.
This sim cannot afford you.
My phone is only 4,000. Is there someone there can buy me a expensive phone and send it to me? I don't know how to describe. It's someone in a club who does funny comedy stories. It's a career. Because I got up very early this morning and went fishing and went to sleep when I go to back a while ago. Oh my goodness. Ruby, you took a day off yesterday on your live. Yes, Mrs. Hemi, I give day off myself. I'm so tired. I'm tired from working. My eyes is too much working. So I stop and rest. Ruby, you ever been on a boat? What kind of boat? Like a small boat? Mrs. Semi, I'm done with that small boat. I am the one who, who's, what's called up that? Bugsay? Bugsay, once you use a boat, the small boat, you use the what's that? Paddle? I don't know, I don't know what's the English of that, bugsay. The thing that you use so that you can run the boat. Paddle. The paddle. Uh, because when I was in Samar with my father, when my father is still alive, when I was there, I am 7 years old. Yes, he always bring me, and he is the one. We're catching fish and crabs. I am the one using the paddle. I know how to turn. I know how to forward. I know how to make it steady. Teden, teden, and teden, teden. Whoop. Front, back, steady, and turn, turn, turn. Yes, Mrs. Semi, I already got ride with a small boat. Roar, expert. Paddle type LOL. Paddle, paddle. Yes, I know how to paddle. Oh, cool. Yeah. We catch crab. The very funny there when my father bring me to catch crab night time. We bring a torch and the lots of mosquito. My father feed me from mosquito.
Fade you to the mosquito.
You're Ruby of all trades. Yes, I experienced a lot. Even how know how to swim, it's on my dream. And then I swim, I know. Yes, that's true. In my dream, I didn't know how to swim that time. I am 7 years old. When I this is true story anyway. I dream that something like I fell down from the water and I go swim, and then I try in the morning. I start in the not very what's called deep. Yeah. So I start by you see frog how they swim. That's gonna be people too. So I use my hands and feet go like spread like this, and then uh, there's there's a house in front of me, and when once you pass that one, if you are in the middle of the sea, is very 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 deep. So all you need is to work is your hand and feet.
She did pretty good. The last time I went was the hotel in Butuan.
Yeah. Oh, what? I'm scared every time, when we are in the swimming pool in Butuan. Yeah. When I start trying to bend my feet from the what's called that in the bottom. Oh my God. The water goes to my nose. I say, whoa, 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 whoa. So I need to float. You need to float.
They'll all float, Johnny. They'll all float. Even
Oh,
Ruby.
what sweet memories, and only 7 years old then, huh? Yes, free bird, I'm 7 years old. And in that 7 years old, I always watching TV in the neighbor too far away. You can pass the bridge, the wood bridge. You ever been in a boat made out of banana stalks? Banana, I ride banana boat. Very cool. Very nice. And the bamboo. The funny thing there when I ride the banana, the body of banana, only one you use that one. You need to lay down on your belly and you use your hands to paddle. How do you catch crab? Message me how to catch crab. You use net, and then that net you make it square, and you set aside like a bamboo stick. You make it square also, and you put the net in there, and then you put a stone in the middle so that it will goes down, and then you put food in the middle so that when you put it and then on the top of that you need to put a foam so that if there's a crab because it's going down. The foam is going down if there's a crab because crab is trying to get out from that net. And then when you pull it up, there's a crab. Well, there's a crab because the foam is like moving or something, that there's something in there. We put banana or a meat. We put meat so that we can catch up crab. And when you're going to catch a crab or hold it without biting, you need to hold their by the you need to press the body from the middle of the body, and then so that they can't move because their feet is very fast, so you need to press them in the body by the shell, and then you hold the by their mouth. Hard to explain English, my goodness. Where do you find crab? In the river. River, river. River that lots of the using by for the hut for the houses. leaves. When you learn to swim, when you learn to swim, when I was in Samar, I am 7 years old. I learned swim when I was 7 years old. Doggy paddle in America. That type of swim called doggy paddle. Cause it's how doggy swim. I have crabs. What kind of crab is that, Mrs. Hemi? How can you catch a crab exactly? That's I know that I told you, Mrs. Hemi. So if the crab like this, and this is the shell. This is the shell. You need to preserve the shell, and then you press the shell, and then you hold the claws so that you can bite. You know, because their feet are very fast. So shallow river, not too deep. Something like that. Yeah, so that you can put the net. Why are we looking at a plant? I want to see Ruby Maganda. Si Ruby. My calves are not too friendly. They are always looking for new friends. Expat appearance. Apprentice appearance. Expat apprentice. I'm hiding because I don't wanna people see me. I'm hurting my stomach because I have girl problem now. Very nasty. You can draw my face. Signal, my goodness. But this is me. I am laying down anyway. Ta-da! My crab are not too friendly. You need to read that, Mrs. Sammy, your crab. You need to put that in a right place. Your crab. They are always looking for new friends, my goodness. Then read them, Mrs. Hammy. Your your description of crabs is oh my god. You're ever been to what's Jabuga? I can't get rid of my crabs. Well, kill it. Kill it, Mrs. Emmy. Grab a hammer. That's better now. Luis. Grab a hammer or a stone, big stone. You need to read the clothes, you know. The clothes get bite you. I'm laying down, guys. Sorry. I'm you need to understand me sometimes. Ay, pastilan ko. What a state is FL from? State? US, Tennessee. FL is from US, Tennessee. I am from Philippines, Tennessee. Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, Mrs. Hemi, you need to crack the thing that can bite, can harm you. You need to destroy it. Like the dog. When they are small, you need to cut the sharp teeth so that when they grow up, whatever, even the snake, they cut the harm teeth so that when they bite you, you can't get harm because they don't have teeth.
No wonder he is a musician. All I knew is in Tennessee is musician. When we are chatting, he sent me videos or YouTube channel of him. When I check it, oh my gulay. Are you artista? I tell him, are you artista? Charot. Are you a celebrity musician? Oh my goodness, you're so good. Oh, crab. Crab pa more. That's crab. We're living in a crab anyway. We're trying to... Ay, may underarm. My goodness. Wait lang. Patawarin. I have ano, big arms. Oh my God. I'm a wrestler. See, my nose is clean, so no worry. Always clean it. Oink, oink. Is that a sofa bed you're This is the cheap sofa bed, pre-bird. Shh. Shh. Wait. My simpan is very poor. Look at my sofa. Look at my sofa, ha? Look at my sofa. My simpan is very cheap. I'm so sorry. Can't very afford. Yes, this is a bamboo sofa. No foam. Very hard. Someone can send me foam for foam. I need donation. Is that Tennessee? Can I block the host? You can't ever block the host. Hey, thumbs up there. Go. Go. Ask me some question. It is okay because if we were rich, we wouldn't be here. I tell FL Woods, you are a poor simp man and I am a low class woman. So we're both perfect. No, you cannot block the host. No, you can't block the host. I always read. I'm not, you can't make me black. I am always red. Always remember that. Ruby is, filibustering. Mrs. Sammy, what is that? Just go. Better take his wrench away before he does block you. We're all in good company then. Pre-bird, if I did, I'd have to sleep with one eye open. Oh my God. The houses are always right. Yeah, I never been left, so I'm always right. I'm always left. Right, not left. And red never been black, okay? Okay? Okay, alright. Have a buttercup, Ruby. It's chocolate, Mrs. Hemi. Chocolate never been buttercup. Patay mo ron ako. Buttercup baby, just to let me out. So treat me around. So first of all, you need to give me a chocolate. Ay. Are you guys bored? Just go. Freebird, yes. Ruby is always right, always. Yeah, I never been left. Needs to buy those for you. The buttercup or the chocolate, Mrs. Hemi? Buttercup, buttercup. I love my buttercup, buttercup. My favorite candy. Ah, chocolate. Recess. Peanut butter cup. Ah, you know what's my favorite food in recess? What the fuck? Oh my god! What the?
There's nothing more fun than scaring Ruby. Nothing more fun. I love it.
I said why the sofa bed is moving. So I start going up and then what the even in the CR I'm going to go CR quick I run because of my emergency and there you bang I said wow I said don't do it again you're gonna kill me. We're like this in here in the house. He always make me shock your hair like a defibrillator. I thought yeah, even horror movie it shocked me also. Especially what's called like this shocking. Oh my god. Oh my god, 10%. Now it makes me shocked, 10% battery. I always shock because the FL give me a how many volt. How many volts? Hey, stop! Lele! Cooper! Hey! No! Nayay.
Oh, there's a guy across the street
Yeah.
trimming.
How is Rambo?
I'm gonna go find him. He's not with them.
Rambo? Our dog is I think he eat something. He didn't eat. He don't want to eat. Our dog. Where is him? Where is Rambo? Rambo? Where is him? Rambo! God down. God dang.
My first bet, and I might be wrong, my first bet is he's under the... Let me look.
Yeah.
Is he? Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on.
He's under the car.
Come on, pup.
Come on, Rambo. Rambo!
Okay.
Rambo! Rambo!
I'll get him. I'll get him.
He's not eating.
Move, move.
I think he eat a toad. It's a poison frog. He's under the car. We can. I tried to put sugar on the on his mouth.
There's a taste. And she is vomiting.
Well, lately it's just been the
He
dry
is
season.
he is vomiting.
And it's been raining all night, so freaking muddy out there, I can't get in there.
Hey, where are you guys? No more question and answer.
Answered everything.
Did I answer everything?
Come on, man.
Much love, sis. Thank you, Kuya Brett. Yeah, we're, love, love, love. Love, love, love. Very Chris Aquino. He ate a frog. He eat a frog. He ate a frog. I don't know, Mrs. Hemi, but
Yeah, you might have, that's what I'm worried about.
his looks like,
Who's asking about a frog? Hemi?
he,
Who's asking about the frog?
if our Mrs. Hemi.
Yeah, he might have, that's what worries me.
Yeah, there's a poison frog
Yeah, we lost one about
before.
a year and a half ago.
The same name.
Rambo, yeah, we lost him about a year and a half ago. It was listless like this, wouldn't eat.
What's the best
Lethargic.
for that?
There really is none. With the first Rambo, once he was sick, it was done. It was over with because it melted his insides.
You know what I see, Mrs. Hemi, is what I read. You can't lie to me. Because ati from it is very big difference. But common sense, common sense. You said they like the Filipino. Yeah. That's the way we read that A-T and eagle ate. But E and apple and T is eat. So you have to force vomiting of the dog.
What's that?
You let the dog vomit.
Well, he has been.
Vomit and vomit.
Vomit?
Vomit, yeah.
Well, he has been. But it's now dry heaves. There's really nothing left for him to puke up.
He bumped last night and early in the morning trying to vomit, but there's nothing to get out.
Very, very little. But it's not really food. It's just like
A water.
just pretty much water, yeah.
Pretty much water.
Now, the first Rambo that died, we're sure the frogs, is he didn't really vomit.
Yeah.
It all came out his back end, his blood. A lot of blood. It was over with quickly.
Yeah. If someone knows there how to I wanna say our Rambo. Catch all later, go to wash dishes. There you go, favorite. Wash dishes. Don't come back here if you're not finished. My stomach. Okay, you finish your dishes. Your dishes is gonna dish themselves if you don't wash them. Just go. Stop fishing, do your dishes. What's this? If you are concerned that your pet has eaten or picked up one that may be toxic, wash out your pet's mouth with water and call your local veterinary emergency room. But washing out mouth would only happen if you got it when you first swallowed it. Oh no, too late because he already. What if we bring him, D?
What is what?
We bring him in the vet.
We might.
Huh?
I might leave here pretty soon if I can get him out with the car now.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Semi. Speaking of we were going, bring him there. we go? Bring him
I think we will.
before too late?
Yeah. I'm a little concerned because where we're going down in Makasindig and,
It probably happened a while
the
ago.
roads were flooded yesterday before it rained all night last night, so I don't know. But we'll try.
Yesterday afternoon, Mrs. Hammy, he's not when we let
No, last night was about.
yeah when
about
we
6
let him
o'clock.
get inside, he's not responding. He's just sitting.
He's just really lethargic, which he's done before, but it's usually went away really fast.
But in the morning, afternoon, yesterday is every time our dogs is barking, I only seen two, the mother
No, that
and
was last night. He
father.
was fine up until yesterday, yesterday evening, when I brought him in after dark.
Yeah, after dark. Charcoal. We have charcoal.
Yeah,
You can give it to
charcoal.
him. Let him eat charcoal.
All right.
We have charcoal. Give your dog charcoal. Where's the charcoal? Later, we'll be going to to vet. I'm wondering, we have vents here. Why the frog can get in? How frog can get in with the fence? And our fence is cement here, blocks here, and then fence. How the frog can. It helps prevent the poison from being absorbed from the stomach into body. We need to give him charcoal immediately. Charcoal D.
Well, one good thing this morning, I forgot to tell you, is he did drink water this morning, so that's,
He did?
yeah, that was sort of a good sign.
Is it a good sign?
Last night he wouldn't drink water.
There he is.
Hi, Rambo. He's just quiet.
Look at his tail. His tail, not go straight.
Hey, what the? It's a wiener dog tail, it's fine.
Are you okay now, Rumbo? Smile! Oy, where is the happy Rumbo? Where is our happy Rumbo? Come on. Come on.
But I was probably awake 10 times last night. He'd lay next to me, then he'd walk off and lay in the cool and come back at night.
Hey, I'm here charging. Low bat. Yes, Mrs. Sammy, thank you for the advice. We're lucky we have charcoal here. Don't administer it yourself though. What are the risks of taking activated charcoal when used to treat a poisoning or overdose? Activated charcoal is usually safe, but it needs to be administered only. They are saying a professional needs to give it, so don't try yourself. What if I get poisoned? Ay, ay, ay. Poison by love. Ay, pastilan. Guys, don't forget your like. Come on. Side effect when you take it by mouth. Activated charcoal can cause black stool, black tongue, vomiting, or diarrhea, constipation. More serious cases, it can cause gastrointestinal blockages. That's probably why it can cause really bad side effects. So don't try it yourself. The vet should do it. Mm. Intensive na blockages are deadly, so the vet should be doing this. Yeah, we're going to vet. Only vet knows everything about dogs, you know. Yeah. Rambo! 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 Come on! Come on, buddy! Rambo! Really should take him to a vet. Yeah. Yes, Mrs. Sammy, so...
No, we're not gonna give it charcoal.
What's it? Ah, from poison. Ah, yes, that's what I, heard. The dog died with with its poison. Is Rambo the one that swallowed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rambo. Our little one. Rambo dog. Dash hand. Rambo! 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 Hi, Rambo! Rambo, 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 Rambo.
We'll take them.
We will go.
Okay. Or I'll go.
I joined you.
We gotta go soon.
So we're gonna end now. See you guys later, Mrs. Sammy, everyone. See you later. Don't worry, I make live again. We were going to vet first before it's early and so not very hot. Man, that sucks. You guys have poisonous frogs everywhere. I guess they are out in the provinces. Yes, Mrs. Sammy, a lot of poisonous frog. Sometimes if I found a poisonous frog dead, I threw it. Hi.
We usually don't have that problem here in our yard because it's all walled, but with the rainy season, they've come in.
Hi, Rumble.
I found
Rumble.
a couple that they've killed, but they didn't eat.
Where is Happy Rumble?
It'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay. So, bye-bye for now, guys. Yeah, bye-bye, everyone. See you later. We're going to vet now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Emmy, for that info. Thank you so much. I don't wanna lost our Rambo. We lost already one, so it's enough. I'm tired crying. I don't wanna cry anymore. Joke. Yeah, so bye everyone. Catch up later. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye bye.